Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Hour Spud. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Rebel Ridge. 2 hours and 11 minutes long. I hear it's phenomenal. 6.9 on IMDb. 46,422 people rated it. Aaron Pierce, I don't know who Aaron Pierce is. Don Johnson. AnnaSophia Robb, I know. She's Soul Surfer. I didn't know that at first. I saw her, I was like, she looks familiar. And I had looked through some of the things, and she's been in other things, but I always remember her from Soul Surfer. Cohen is in it as well. And that's all I see right now. Anyway, now, from my understanding, this is Rambo First Blood, right? So, a former Marine grapples with his way through the web of small-town corruption when an attempt to post bail for his cousin escalates into a violent standoff with a local police chief. So, if you haven't seen Rambo First Blood, what? Stop. Pause. Go watch Rambo First Blood. Sylvester Stallone, one of the first. It was just First Blood, right? And then it became Rambo. I'm trying to remember what I knew it as first. I saw it before the first Rambo, I think. I don't know. It's like, you know, like when Star Wars became The New Hope. No, it was just Star Wars. And then, you know, then The Empire Strikes Back. And then it was Return of the Jedi. And then they did the whole prequel. And now Star Wars became A New Hope. And blah, 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 blah. That's what happened with the First Blood, I believe. That's unless it's a, you know, a Mandela effect. But I honestly believe it was one of the two. I'm pretty sure it was First Blood. Then it became Rambo First Blood. Or it was Rambo. And then after Rambo 2 came out, it was Rambo First Blood. I forget. I have to look it up. I'm probably right. Rarely am I wrong. But anyway, 2 hours and 11 minutes. Got a lot of good reviews. Excited to see it. Netflix. So if you're subscribed to Netflix, you can watch it for free, essentially. Alright, stick around. I'll let you know some other interesting facts. Probably more about the movie than, you know, all the other history information I have stored up in here that is useless. But I will be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Rebel Ridge. Long, I mean, it's 8 minutes and 30 seconds of credits right now, so it was only a 2 hour and 3 minute movie, if that helps at all. But it felt a little bit long, to be honest with you. Very entertaining. I was engaged the whole time. Right in the beginning, you get hooked right in the beginning, I think. You know, he's intimidating. I think he's probably 6'4", 250. I don't know. He's huge. But, you know, he's riding his bike right in the beginning, and it's very similar to... It's not Rambo First Blood, which became Rambo First Blood. I think I looked it up, right? It was always First Blood, and then Rambo, and it's Rambo First Blood Part 2, whatever. It's not that, but it's got that, you know, initial opening, which happens to Sylvester Stallone in that. Very similar. They're for different purposes. Our main character here, Terry, is coming into town to get his cousin out of jail. He's posting bail. He runs into a couple of, you know, crooked cops, and they kind of just take his money. And so now he's got to figure out another way to get his cousin, you know, bailed out before he goes up to state prison. And you come to find out the whole town, it's all corrupt, right? Except for Soul Surfer, who is a JD. You know, she starts to try and help him while he tries to navigate and figure everything out. And it evolves from there. They build kind of a friendship, and things continue. Don Johnson is the chief of police, I guess, or sheriff, or whatever he is. You know, he's the head of all of them. So he's the kind of the mastermind behind it all. So, you know, that's your plot line, which is good. And he is ex-military, you know, previous Marine. And, you know, leave it at that. I think there's some of the unveiling of, you know, his past in this is entertaining. You know, I looked at it as coming into it and seeing what we're getting. Now, I'm not going to say this, I was going to say this at the end, but I think it's more in the beginning. I'm thinking more it's like Rambo First Blood meets Reacher, kind of. But it's not. I don't feel that there was that much hand-to-hand action as like a Reacher has, or Sylvester Stallone. There is a little bit of hand-to-hand, you know, action and stuff like that. Like I expected him to be coming in and just cleaning house, and that's not necessarily what happened. So there is action, There is hand-to-hand action, and you know what I mean, or gunfights, or whatever. I don't know why I keep saying hand-to-hand. But, you know, yeah, he does fight people. There's shots fired. There's a bunch of cops. There's cop cars. There's car chases, you know, all that kind of stuff. Yes, that's in here. But it's not as over the top as you would expect, or as I would have expected. And it seems a little bit more realistic, I think, in a sense, than maybe other times. You know what I mean? It's not like that quick choreographed stuff. It's like actual things, I think, because it also felt like a little boring. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like all these it was just like, you know, grab them, flip them over, make them fall asleep kind of stuff. I don't know. So, which was cool. I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. He's there to get his cousin. I immediately thought to myself, boy, I don't think they're going to make a sequel to this. You know, I don't know, maybe they will. But a prequel would have been cool to see, like, where he came from, why he's, like, treating his cousin like his brother, you know, that kind of thing. Like, there's a story there that they could spin off of that I think would get some success. And I think people would watch, for me. If they made a sequel, sure, I'm going to watch it. I don't think they need to, or should they? I do think that the ending was a little bit, not different than what I expected, but left you wanting more. How about that? That's what I'll say. So there you go. Definitely worth a watch. I've never heard of this guy before, our main character, and I still don't even remember his name. But you know, very intimidating and talented, of course. And his name, sorry, Aaron Pierre. Aaron Pierre. Got green eyes too. That was kind of cool. You don't see that too often. So, and Soul Surfer, I liked her. I don't know if I like her hair so short, but still liked her. Haven't seen her in a lot, although I have, but I haven't recognized her, or you know, like she had a prominent role in this movie. So I like that. All right, there you go. I don't know if I was helpful, but I had fun. We figured out the Rambo quiz there. That'll help you out. And if you like action movies, if you like some of the 7,000 movies I just mentioned throughout this video, you'll probably like this. But, you know, set your expectations that it's maybe more realistic and not as over-the-top action and stuff like that than I expected. That is in the other movies. Nothing wrong with that, just setting expectations. There you go. Hopefully I was helpful again. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.